Welcome to the American Dream. My name is Ken Abramowitz, and I'll be your host for this episode of Selling the DMV. One of the things that I really love doing is finding these hidden gems in the area and then sharing that with my viewers. And today, we're going to be seeing one of the most unique hidden gems in my opinion, and I've lived here for 50 years. We are at the National Capital Trolley Museum in Silver Spring. You guys are really going to love what we have in store for you in this one. So come on in and let's check it out.
I play the game so well, learned how to speak and spell. I even got myself a degree.
This is really cool. How many streetcars do you have in here?
So we have about 19 streetcars in our collection, plus one auto railer, so that makes a total of 20 vehicles in the collection.
Oh, awesome. And do any of them run?
Yes, actually we have a couple of cars that operate out of here, so we do take cars out of here throughout the year.
Oh, really? Can we take a ride on one?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Let's go. So we're going to go ahead and take a ride on one of the streetcars, and I'll be here talking with Eric Madison. He's the Executive Director of the National Capital Trolley Museum. Eric, thank you so much for having us today.
Well, thank you for coming on today.
You got it. So how long have you been in this particular location?
We've been here in Northwest Branch Park since 1969. We have an agreement with the Maryland National Capital Park and Planning Commission that we can operate here rent-free, which is on about 43 acres of land.
I understand I remember from talking to you last week that, and this fascinated me, that the development of the DC metro area revolved around where the streetcars were going. Like, in other words, neighborhoods were being built around it. Can you kind of share a little bit more on that?
Yes, one of the things that we talk about with the museum is that oftentimes streetcars were often tied to development of communities in and around Washington. So in places like Chevy Chase or Tacoma or places out along Route 1 in Prince George's County, developers would often purchase land and then build a streetcar line out to it and then sell off parcels of land to prospective owners. And then they could advertise it as an easy way to get to and from the city on a streetcar. So you could live out, way out into the suburbs, but get into town every day.
Oh, that's really cool. I know a lot of people probably don't even realize that. So, and I understand that you guys have events, you host different events throughout the year. Tell me a little bit about that, because it's a very interactive museum. This isn't one of these places where you just come and look at stationary things and leave. So talk to me about the events.
Yes, we hold events throughout the year, special events. So we have our events calendar. One of the things that we're about to have is our DC Transit Day, which is at the end of January. We always commemorate the end of streetcar service in January 28th of 1962. Unfortunately, they didn't end service in the summer. Let's be a little warmer. But we also have events throughout the year. We're planning things for Women's History Month. And then we also have school groups that will be coming in throughout the spring and summer.
Oh, that's great. And I understand that you do birthday parties and some other stuff around Christmas.
Yes, we also host birthday parties for both young people and people who are a little older. But we also hold other special events. So if you want to have your party or if you want to have your special event out here, we're more than welcome to have you.
Oh, that's fantastic. Last question. I know that you guys are a nonprofit and you depend on the public for support. What are some ways that people can help you out?
Well, for one thing, we can always use new volunteers. We are a volunteer organization. We have a lot of people here who support the museum that way. But we also do a lot of fundraising for special projects and specifically restoration projects for some of our Washington cars. And we're also doing fundraising for some of our education programs that we're trying to introduce this year.
Thank you again, Eric, for having us here. This was so much fun. I really appreciate it.
All right, glad you enjoyed it.
All right, take care. So I'd like to close out today's episode with a confession. I don't know about you, but when I get around streetcars, trolley cars, I get this feeling of nostalgia, and the little kid in me starts to come out. And you have no idea how hard it's been for me to maintain my professionalism today and keep that at bay, but I've reached my limit. I can't do it anymore. I'm gonna go back in and check out some more of these streetcars. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of American Dream TV. and I hope to see you again next time.